Thanks for joining me.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It feels like all my new favorite bands are from the UK, so I'm trying to devise a plan to get you guys over here to Boston
Yeah, that'd be good.
as soon as COVID is all, done.
Yeah, for sure. It's difficult at the minute to get anywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just saw that the UK had the first social distancing concert, I believe. It was in England, if I'm not
Uh,
mistaken.
they did like big outdoor one where they had like 5 people on each kind of platform, all spaced
Right,
out.
yeah.
But they've got a today they've let indoor venues have small gigs again, but
Okay.
again it's like socially distanced, so a lot of venues can't do it, but the ones that can have started today. So there's a bit of hope there to getting back to some normality.
Right, yeah. I mean,
Mm.
here in the States, we're still doing drive-in concerts where people have to
Yeah,
stay in their cars and but it's better than nothing at the moment.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's certainly difficult times for bands and performers, for sure.
absolutely. But I want to talk a little bit about your new video for Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda. It's a
Yeah,
very fun video, very clever, but it's
yeah,
also meaningful because it's a thank you to your fans. Can you talk a little bit about that?
yeah. We about a year ago we were on tour with a band from Pennsylvania called Crowbot, and we were on tour in the UK. And we had our van stolen the night before the last gig. Um, when it had all our equipment in it, uh, everything, like the whole lot, amps, drum
Mhm.
kit, pedal boards, guitars, even some of my clothes. And someone just took it. So we were like, couldn't finish the tour. Um, really struggling. Didn't know what we were going to do. How we were going to carry on. Got no gear, nothing. Um, so we kind of went about trying to sort insurance and all that. And then, but some of the fans started like a crowdfunder. Excuse me. Um, to help get the to help raise a bit of money to get some gear and equipment back. And yeah, so it's a bit of a thank you to them, really, because the video tells a story of how we started in smaller pubs and clubs and have built up to, like, last year we played Download Festival in the UK at Donington, which was like a huge deal for us. And it is kind of the video subject matter like builds up to that. I thought at the end it'd be really fitting to kind of just say a big thank you to all those people that did donate a bit of money to help us out. So it was good.
Amazing, awesome fans that you have.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're all brilliant. Yeah, we've had a lot of good times with them over the years. So yeah, it was lovely of them to do that for us.
Yeah, and you guys have done some really cool shows. I saw that you had a show a while back with Tyler Bryan, who's making big moves here in the U.S. So that was pretty cool to see you guys did a show together.
Yeah, we've done it. We've done. Oh, well, there's 3 or 4 shows with Tyler. There was one last year which was like really, really good. It was in our hometown, so it was a lot of fun. And but yeah, we met them a few years ago, and when we started the band, like when the Carl, our drummer, joined me and Dale, the bass player, he was like, "What sort of music?" And I'd send in like a Tyler Bryan video or a Jerry James Nichols video and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, we were getting to play with these bands and then becoming friends, really. So I mean, Tyler's great. The whole band are great. So whenever they're over here, we'll either go and watch them, hang out, or if we're lucky enough, then we get on the sports lot. So it's pretty good.
Very cool. Yeah, and I read that Rob Halford, had some praises for you guys. Were you guys friends with him
Yeah, yeah.
beforehand, or was that kind of like out of nowhere? Took you by surprise?
um, yeah, it's a massive surprise, really. Never. Originally he's from the same area as we are,
Hmm.
but I've never met him. He lives in America now, I believe. But we I do know his brother, which I believe had kind of put him onto us. But I've again, we don't see each other very often or anything like that. It's just every now and again at a gig or a show. So yeah, it was quite something really out of the blue. It's not just like one time. It's been like 2 or 3 interviews he's done that he's mentioned us, and we were like,
Wow.
yeah, gained some fans and some followers because
I
obviously like
imagine, yeah.
a lot of people hang on, like people like that are really influential. So we're massively grateful for that. So we are on the lineup for a festival. It was meant to be last weekend, but obviously it got cancelled. So it's next year now. We're on the same lineup as Judas Priest. So I'm fingers crossed, we get to have a chat and say thank you in person.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, because there's,
Yeah.
a lot of big rock stars saying, rock is dead. But, when I saw that, what he said about you guys, I'm like, finally, there's a big rock star realizing that there are, real rockers out there still,
Yeah, I mean, the smaller bands and the bands trying to climb to get to where they are. There's plenty of us, especially in the UK, like you said earlier. There's tons of us. So
they're all in the UK.
well, they're everywhere. There's like I said, Tyler Bryan, like Jared James Nichols, Goodbye June. We've also played with Crowbot, all American bands we've been out on the road with in the last couple of years. So yeah, we get a lot of our influences from there. So yeah, but there's a lot of bands over here too at our kind of level. It's there's a lot.
Well, I want to go back to your latest album. I love that there's, a lot of, I would say it's a riff-heavy album for the most part, which I really love. I really dig it. And also the vocals stand out to me as well. A lot of attitude and passion.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about, the direction that you guys wanted to go in with this latest release?
Yeah, we wanted to be a bit heavier and a bit more riff heavy with this second record. It's just something we've always been into, like Black Sabbath and Priest and all that, and Zeppelin and all the ones that all the bands like us will say. But we really wanted to like put our own little stamp on it and just play what we enjoyed. I think at that point as well, like all the songs tell a story too. They're quite emotional because there's so much like going on in personal lives at the time. A lot of it's come out in the songs. So yeah, there is a lot of attitudes, a lot of heavy breaks and solos, and we just wanted to change the sound a little bit. And I think it was just something slightly different to what we did before, and I think it's definitely moulded us for what we're writing at the minute, which will be the third record. Which is kind of a mixture of the first and the second. So I think it's it's exciting. It's good.
Yeah, I would say Open Your Eyes is definitely a standout track, not because it's, just the longest song on the album, but the way it starts out acoustically and then kind of takes you on a musical roller coaster, as it were, kind of picks up in heaviness halfway through. I think that one tells a story, like you said, the songs tell a story to me.
There's a lot of expression in that one. I think like it's not one we play live really because it's in a funny tuning, so there's only 3 of us like changing guitars and everything. But I think it's one that a lot of people have said the same thing to, so that makes me think maybe we should start trying to find a way of playing it live, maybe when we do the longer sets. But that one there's all sorts of stuff going on in that one. There's a new challenge in the studio.
Did that one take a while to kind of put together and kind of mold into a song, or did it happen just, quickly?
Well, the whole album was kind of written in a bit of a rush, really, I think. Well, not a rush, but like in a limited time frame. Because like I say, there was a lot of stuff going on and it kind of stopped us from doing what we wanted to do so much. So, but that one, I kind of just had the little acoustic bit as a song. And I was like, let's try it. Let's try it one night in our rehearsal room. And tried it all electric. I was like, wow, that middle bit was great. We could probably put the two together. So I sat down with our producer at the time and just kind of tried to get it all to fit together. And yeah, it was probably a day or so. It wasn't too
Wow.
strenuous. Yeah, it was yeah, it was quite good actually. It went quite well.
Oh, I guess that kind of shows how great of musicians you guys are. I would think, for me to come up with something like that, it would take me a long time, but it's amazing.
Well, it was just the little bits that I had, and then putting them together. So it was like we had little bits for like a few weeks before, but didn't really know what to do with them. So it was kind of just molding it all together in the studio. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun doing that.
Really cool. So, what else do you guys have coming up?
Doing like a podcast thing on Tuesday with those damn crows.
Yeah, crows. Sorry.
That's right.
Black crows.
They're friends of ours from South Wales. We've done shows with them before, and they're doing really well for themselves at the minute. So it'd be good to catch up with them. And then that's it, really, just writing and recording. We've got like I said, Dale's just had his little baby boy, so he's out of action for a couple of weeks. Signed him off on his paternity, and then but yeah, that's really good. So I'm going to sit and write a lot of songs, I think, and then we'll just get ready for next year. Just gearing up, trying to get some tours together. And we've got a few festivals that have moved over from this year. Like I say, we're doing Bloodstock with Judas Priest. We're doing I hope we're doing Rambling Man. We're just waiting for all that to be confirmed. So yeah, there's stuff going on. It's just hard to plan for the future at the minute.
Yeah, that's definitely true. You know, it's definitely out of our control.
Yeah, I think the only thing we can control is like the new material. So we'll write and record it and put it out there, and hopefully we'll be able to tour it. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Have you guys ever performed here in the States before, or not yet?
No, it's planned. We'd love to. Like I say, we've got a lot of friends out there. We've had a lot of offers from friends when we go over to stay, but it's just for us at the minute. I think we just really got into mainland Europe just before all this. Like literally in March, we were on tour with Jared in Spain, and then we got a knock on the door at 2:00 in the morning. Like, we got to go because Donald Trump was cancelling flights from everywhere apart from the UK. So it was like, okay, so we had that was our biggest tour to date. Would have been, it was about 3.5 weeks. It got cut short after 6 days. So,
sorry about that.
No. It was COVID. It was, COVID-19. It's ruined a lot of things. But we can't help it. We just do our best. But but getting to the States would definitely be for us. I think we'd fit in quite well. I think we'd do all right. But it's just it's getting there at the minute. Yeah,
the logistics and all that. Never mind, COVID. Even COVID aside, it's a lot.
COVID aside, like, just to be a band to work to go over there, it's thousands of pounds before we've even got a yes. But it's doable. Bands have done it, so I don't see why we can't. It's just we got to plan it out. So I think we'll see how this next record comes together. Maybe we'll be out there touring it for that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And aside from quarantine, have you been passing time watching any Netflix and stuff like that? Any new shows?
I've been busy, really. Like, I've been working a day job. So I literally, from the moment I got back from Spain, I've been carrying on working. So I've been pretty busy, but I've been watching a few things. Me and my partner have been watching I might not sound too rock and roll, but there's a series called Good Girls, which is really funny.
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it yet. I just
It's
started
like a
watching
bit more
Arrested.
light-hearted. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, what did you say? Started watching.
Oh no, I was just gonna say for the first time I just started watching Arrested Development. I'm way behind.
Oh, I'm not. I've heard good things, not seen it, but that Good Girls is good. It's like a bit more light-hearted Breaking Bad kind of situation. It's good. It's really
I'll have to put that on my list.
yeah,
And
definitely do it.
well, I like to ask people, what was your first rock and roll concert that you attended? Like your first proper rock and roll concert?
I would have been 16, maybe. My dad took me to see Wishbone Ash. um, like his favourite. So yeah, I went there to a local venue near us. So them, and then after that, I went to see one of my favourite ever bands, American band called Rose Hill Drive, and it wouldn't have been long after that. And yeah, so that would have been my first two that really stick in my mind. Because Wishbone Ash, I just remember walking in, it was like that scene off School of Rock, you know, when the camera goes in at the beginning and goes down the corridor with all the stickers and the posters on the wall, and then you're into the crowd in the venue. It was just like that. And
Oh,
then
nice.
yeah, but then the Rose Hill Drive one was like, well, that's why I want to be in a three-piece band. They were incredible. So yeah, I remember that.
So that's the one that kind of really inspired you to pursue music?
Um, that's the one that really inspired me to be in a three-piece band and
Three
that sort of
piece.
thing. Yeah, but to like pursue music, I think it would have been. I had like I found when I was a kid, like my parents had I think it was like a Monsters of Rock cassette tape. And I put it on my little Walkman and was listening, and then it's a bit cliche, but Stairway to Heaven came on, and I was like, what is this? You know, like it's like pan pipes and like this weird guitar going on, and then the drums kicked in. I was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. And like the solo came in on guitar. I was like, yeah, this is for me, definitely.
Yeah,
That's what
that's a
made me want to
legendary
play.
song, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a bit cliche, but it was like the one that made me go, oh, yeah, this is what I want.
Isn't that like in one of those I forgot what movie it was, but there's a scene where the
It's Wayne's
character's in
World.
Guitar Center. Yeah, he's like, "Don't play Stairway to Heaven." Is it that song? If I remember correctly.
Stairway Denied. Yeah, that's it. No
Either
Stairway.
that or Wonderwall. I feel like everyone makes fun of the Oasis song Wonderwall because that's like the first song everyone learns on guitar.
Yeah, like 3-chord wonder. Yeah.
That's cool. Is there anything else that you want to mention before we sign off?
Just thank you for having us on and for having me on this, and thanks for the support. And check us out on our website. We'll be doing a few more things like just live videos and a few demo tracks and acoustic tracks and stuff soon. So just keep your eye on it because we're always going to be active no matter what's going on.
Awesome. Definitely stay tuned. I appreciate your time, Tom, and
No, thank you very much.
enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.